Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Monday Morning Coffee Talk Show. We are so excited to have you with us on this Thanksgiving week and this very special episode that we have today. Sarah Heward, you are here from Mott and Chase Sotheby's International Realty, and you are absolutely the perfect guest. When I think of all guests and who would it be, you are it. So we're so grateful that you are with us today. Welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me, Mel. I'm thankful to be here for sure.
We are so thankful for you. We would love to know where all of you are joining us from today. What are you thankful for? If you would put it in the chat, just let us know what it is that you're grateful for this week, this Thanksgiving month, this Thanksgiving week, and why. Ask yourself why. It's really important to attach the why to a gratitude because that will really start to broaden the way that you're looking at your perspective, the way that you see things in our world. So when you attach the why, always think about why am I grateful for that? What does that mean to me? What does that mean to the other people? So if you would, please put that in the chat today. Let us know where you're coming from and also what you are grateful for. I think of Thanksgiving as truly the month of November. My gratitude just seems to overflow in the month of November just because of this special week that we have. And, I'm grateful for uh, family. I'm so grateful for my children, my boys, and I'm not going to be with them this Thanksgiving. But I know that. I had a choice how I was going to respond to that. And I have a choice to be really sad about that, or I have a choice to just embrace that. One of the things that I'm going to do for my son that is at the University of Hawaii, he is not able to come home because he only have 2 days off. So I'm going to send him a luau. And he and his girlfriend can go on to, he can take her to a luau. So that can be their Thanksgiving together. And my older son and Jess, they're both in Vancouver, Canada. They've already celebrated Thanksgiving in Canada. So we're talking about different holiday trips that we're going to be doing together. So that's my big gratitude. In addition to you, Sarah,
Mhm.
again, I mentioned earlier that, when I really thought about, the show this week, I thought, well, who is it, that really exudes the power of gratitude, who really has something that we can all pull and draw that energy and learn from? It's you. And we're
Oh.
so, so thankful and grateful for you. And we'll get right into that. How about you? What are you grateful for today?
Well, I'm grateful to be here with you today. I'm very flattered to be here. Grateful to connect with all the other agents who are watching. And I'm grateful for Thanksgiving too. I feel like I call this the thankful holiday.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to head down tomorrow, crack of dawn, and be with my parents. So that they're not alone on Thanksgiving, and grateful that my sons wanted to do the same. My older son hasn't been home since August, but he, of course, was game to go visit with Nana and Bob. So I'm grateful that we'll all be together down in Naples, Florida. Grateful it'll be warm too. So lots to be very thankful for. And just like you, Mel, my family is my everything. So the fact that everyone's healthy and well and we'll all be together is pure joy for me.
Pure joy. Yes, absolutely. And one of the things that I love is kind of following you through social media and that love, that boy mom love, whether you had boys or girls, it wouldn't matter. But just certainly being able to follow that appreciation and that gratitude for the and the love that you have for your family is very, very powerful, and it's contagious. It really is.
Thank
So
you.
I want to talk about your area. You are with Mott and Chase Sotheby's International Realty. You are in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
You're with the Providence office primarily. However, when we were talking earlier, you had mentioned that you service the entire state of Rhode Island, which I think is magical and incredible. And a lot of people would think, well, you can't specialize in, all of those different areas. However, I want to point out, ask you a question. If I were to be at the top of Rhode Island and drive to the bottom of Rhode Island, how many minutes would that take me?
Well, pre-bridge construction and all
Right, right, right,
the
right.
natives will know that. It's honestly, 45 minutes. It's not, we have 400 miles of coastline, but to travel it 45 minutes, 50 minutes. And I've lived my life here. I did spend a little stint as a teacher in Brookline, Mass, which I loved. But then the boomerang effect brought me back home to Rhode Island. I've lived all over, beach area. I live in Barrington now. I grew up in Barrington, went to Brown and Providence. So my goal was always, when I first started, to center in the Providence office and then be able to extend my reach as far as I could. And now, well into my career, I did a Google map the other day, and it just pinpoints that I'm all over the state. And thankfully with real estate, your reviews, your client referrals, they'll often propel your direction.
True.
So that's led to a kind of an organic growth into some different communities where now I have a lot more sales because of that trajectory of client referrals. But I do feel comfortable selling all over the state. And if there were an area I wasn't comfortable with, I would be the first to refer it, because we have so many outstanding agents in all of our offices, which is, a beautiful thing.
It truly is. When we think about the state of Rhode Island, it's such a beautiful state, such a beautiful area. What a gift it is for you to have been able to grow up there. And then you said the boomerang effect, and it's brought you back. So it's almost
Yeah.
full circle as well. So
Yeah.
it's something that just innately. And
Yes.
even into parts of Massachusetts as well. Am I correct? I feel
Yes.
like I've seen that you've
Rhode
done.
Island, we overlap in many ways. Massachusetts, obviously not geographically, but just lifestyle wise. And so I saw where my clients' needs were at, and then I morphed into studying, to get my mass license, because many of them, you might live in Barrington or Bristol, but you shop in Seekonk, Massachusetts, where it's that close. So the state lines get blurred, and I wanted to be able to help my clients in Southern Mass. I've had people ask me to list something in Boston. There's no way that I'm going up to Boston. But if the areas that border Rhode Island that I'm very familiar with, I absolutely sell in those areas. There was a need for it, with my clients. So
Well, we're grateful for all of the areas that you're serving, and I've read your client. So you have so many incredible client reviews, and it feels like they all seem to come back to they're so grateful for you and what you have offered them. Let's talk about gratitude today, and I would like to jump right into really that is the topic of our show today. Just thinking about gratitude and grace and how we can really use that in all areas of our life. And I think that you are just an incredible example of that. Uh, Sarah, what is your definition of gratitude?
gratitude to me is, the quality of being thankful and a readiness to show appreciation and returning kindness. So it's obviously it's being thankful. Many people, consider those synonyms, gratitude and thankfulness. And then it's responding, or a readiness to show appreciation to people around me. And it's a readiness to return kindness. And that to me has been the greatest offset of cumulative gratitude that I've built over the years. Some would say unfortunate reasons of why I'm so grateful. I've had quite a health journey, which I've shared with you, and many know. And it's an ongoing journey.
Yeah,
But
if you think about those challenges, every one of us has some pretty big life challenges. I would say that yours have had some that are bigger than many of us have had, even though we all have our own pains and struggles within our lives. But from a health perspective, you have really risen and conquered so many really, really big challenges. Can you walk us through just kind of your health journey and what it
Sure.
looked like?
Sure. So it started back in the 90s, really, when I was an athlete at Brown and started not feeling well, but you're
Tennis, what
kind
was
of
your sport? What was your
I
sport?
well, I started with tennis. My mom's a tennis pro. I grew up playing competitive tennis, and then I got burnt out, so I quit freshman year, and I told myself I was going to learn how to play squash. So I took two weeks out of that summer, went to a camp at Harvard, and I was determined to make the varsity squash team sophomore year, and I did. And so sophomore through senior year, I played varsity squash, and absolutely loved it. Um, and and started feeling some things going on with my body. But I was in college. I was enjoying the frat parties, not eating great. I figured it's just because of what I'm doing more than it was indicative of what was happening inside my body. So very, very long story short, most of my issues are autoimmune based. It's affected mainly my esophagus the most, but it affects everything from it's my eyes, it's affected my eustachian too. It's everything. It's my blood. Um, my body has now decided that it wants to break down my bone matter. So while three major esophageal surgeries and the discovery of early esophageal cancer were the biggest, um, most dramatic surgeries I've had. It's the chronic presence of issues. I've had 45 skin cancers. I just had one diagnosed last week, all requiring surgery. It's those chronic character tests, as I like to call them, that develop a cumulative gratitude that for me has propelled me towards a desire and a need really to help as many people as I can. For me, that's what gratitude has has done for me.
Yeah.
Now, while I wouldn't wish,
When I hear you say all of these challenges, though, I feel like there's been so many different struggles. Has gratitude been your superpower? Is that what's because when you think about the diagnoses that you've had, the challenges that you've had, even as early as last night, you were
yeah,
telling me about some challenges that you had with esophageal spasms, which you painted over very lightly, but I know um, based on information I've learned from you in the past that those are extremely painful. Um, how how are you not feeling sorry for yourself is my first question before we jump right into how you're using gratitude.
yes, for me, it those challenges, once I've ridden the wave, I emerge with a heightened appreciation for everything that's around me. And it sounds trivial, but I appreciate the fact that today it's warm. I appreciate the fact that I can have a cup of tea and I'm able to swallow it. I mean, it seems so trivial, but that's honestly how micro it becomes. I was speaking to you about how I was semi racing between showings yesterday, and I was in a long line at Dunkin' Donuts. Now, people around me were getting anxious, they were getting stressed. I was grateful, honestly, to be in a warm building, that where it wasn't raining and cold, and waiting for a coffee, which some days I can't drink, some days I can't swallow. So for me, it's enabled me to be present, and to soak in what's the good that's around me. So, and how I use that is to help other people through real estate. And it's been the greatest conduit for it because I've my gratitude propels me to make better happen. It's one of my favorite slogans. That's what fills my cup every day. So, what I would say to people, and people say, how come you're always happy? It's not that I'm always happy. It's more so a thankfulness that I have at every moment in time that I'm not in pain, not having, it's like you're dancing with gratitude every day. And so I would say to agents, find what gives you that feeling of gratitude, and then how are you going to channel that?
Mhm.
It's because it's such a powerful entity. It's one thing to feel thankful. It's another to feel like it's giving you a purpose. Like for me, my health journey that you asked me about, it's for a reason. And I'm still here for a reason. And that's to help as many people as I can. So when
Your
I have a
doctors have
terrible
told
night,
you this, haven't they? Your doctors have told you this, that you've defied
yeah.
so many odds and challenges that they're just like, what do they say to you?
They'll tell me I'm an enigma. They're the first to say, some of the first to say, I don't want to touch you. When I had to have a big esophagus surgery, I went to the top surgeons in Rhode Island. They looked at my medical file, which is, the girth of an encyclopedia. They knew all my various complexities, and no one would perform the surgery. So luckily, I had a dear friend who knew the Red Sox surgeon, and I went up to Boston and I met with him, and he said, "Sarah, I will fix you." And I will never forget, being wheeled into that surgery room, and he's there with his Red Sox beanie, and I was just so thankful to this doctor. Um, because he kept me alive. I wasn't able to swallow. He got me swallowing. So you I think everyone has issues, and it's never for me. It's never been a woe is me. It's okay. Let's get through this, and then once I'm through this, I'm gonna see as many people that I can to help, because that's what makes me feel like I'm serving my purpose. Because the doctors have said you're an enigma. We've never seen someone like you before. And I'm lucky that I have wonderful doctors on my team who, now that I have an eye condition, I found the best and the brightest eye doctor, and he's helping me fight the eye pain. So it's and just like in real estate, I love to fortify my clients with the best support that I can, whether it's the attorney, the home inspector, because that's what lifts them up. My doctors lift me up. So it's very much a give and take journey that I'm on, and it's just really the desire every morning to, who can I help today? It sounds cheesy, but it's how I've always been, and the journey and the daily awareness that I'm still on this journey just fuels that desire. And my clients feel it. It's genuine. I had a 78-year-old client who was referred to me. Thankfully, I'm very grateful, from a wonderful Sotheby's colleague, and he's doesn't have a cell phone. He's in New Jersey. He's I think he's 78. So I've been traveling to properties to view for him. Every email I send, he has to go to the library to read the email. And so a lot of what we do is on the phone. And I spent over 2 hours on the phone with him yesterday discussing the house that I went to go see. And he said to me, "Sarah, how can you spend so much time with me?" And I was like, I said, "You deserve every minute of my time." And I feel that with all my heart, because the fact that I was here yesterday to give him that time. I'm so grateful for it. So why wouldn't, I want to do that for someone? Um, And
Would you
that's
say that
why,
this is how it refuels you? I mean, it's what I'm feeling, like, because
yeah,
I think that there's an important piece that you're not brushing off what's going on with you. You're not brushing off your health. You're waking up, you're grateful that, we all should be waking up every single day saying that we're so grateful that we did wake up. But it sounds like the law of value and the go-giver, and just I know that you are close with Bob Berg, the author, one of
right.
the authors of The Go-Giver. When you're really thinking about how you're refilling your cup, it sounds like this is your superpower.
Yes. It absolutely is. And every touch I have with a client fills that cup. So I love doing all of it. And it's a genuine love. There's no dread involved with what I do or getting through my tasks because I'm 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 showing up for those tasks with clients with the presence of mind that damn, I'm lucky to be here. And even if you don't have the significant health issues that I've had, like I see the example, I see how it's rubbed off in my sons. And even my clients will say, like, just being around you, Sarah, I'm more optimistic.
Mhm.
Um, I think if you feel that thankfulness and then use it in a way that's going to fill your bucket and be meaningful to you, because then you're reminded of your why. I mean, we all want to know what is our why, what's this all for? And if you can find that, it's a mind-blowing feeling because every day, every minute of the day, I feel excited and ready to show kindness, to help others. Um, it's really awesome. And to see the ripple effect, in as I mentioned in my sons, that they've seen what I've been through. They have an empathy in them that is it's awesome, and while I wish they hadn't seen me go through a lot of what I've been through, we are so close. And their appreciation for everything, where they are in life and the people in their lives, it makes it worth it.
I think about all the gifts that we hope that someday we will pass on to our children, to those we love, the legacy that we will leave. Thinking about your boys, you mentioned empathy. I would add in gift of grit, gift of
Yeah,
resilience, the power of knowing that you can get past life's challenges, and don't sweat the small stuff, the
yeah,
stressors. Those are all all things that, yes, they've witnessed, some hard things that you've gone through, but it's how you put into action and the way that you took gratitude. Can you talk to us about that? Because if I think about, okay, so every day I can wake up. I'm gonna wake up, I can know that I'm gonna wake up with a grateful heart. It's gonna be a great day. And I'm excited that it's gonna be a great day. But how do I make it a great day? How do I
yeah,
not get stuck on, oh, but then now I just check my email and then there's that email. And it really stresses me out because I think that I'm reading the tone of the email, or it's just
yeah.
something that might be work related, or why did they say that? Why are they thinking that? Think about family challenges at the holidays. Just how are you taking that gratitude, not letting those things get to you, and how are you putting gratitude into action throughout your day?
I think a big part of it is a mindfulness. Like I'm very present in where I am every second of the day because of an awareness that I'm grateful to be at that moment. And I think um, to allow yourself to be present and to feel those things. I mean, I've shared with you, Mel, there have been some points where I hit the lowest of the low, and and I allow myself to feel that. But if you focus on, and I don't enjoy the word being productive because you can be productive in doing meaningless tasks.
True.
I find, honestly, and we're only around this place once. Find what brings you joy and hit it out of the park. So whether if it's volunteering, if it's if it's what aspect of real estate do you really love, and then hone in on that. I think if you follow your heart and seek the joy, it doesn't have to be, sappy like me, where I literally will stop to listen to the birds if I hear them chirping. That might be just, Sarah centric. But if you can find what makes your heart burst through your job as a realtor, through everything, however how you engage in your daily tasks, just like I gave the Duncan analogy, just try to be mindful of where you are, and make it a good day, make it a good feeling, versus falling victim to all the stressors that we get. I mean, it's insane. I don't live each day. Each day is a gift. It's my favorite slogan, but I believe it. So what am I going to do today that's going to make me happy? So when I'm done with you today, on this beautiful day, what am I going to do to make myself happy and make my family happy, make my community happy? Because that all fills my bucket. So
Talk about
find that.
you. What about taking care of you as well? Because
Oh
I
yeah.
know that you're a giver and you're such a go-giver, but just really thinking about the gratitude and grace that
Yes.
you don't feel great every single day. So
No.
you're tired. We all are tired. What are some of the things that you're doing to just, refuel and recharge your own heart?
Yeah, I've become much better at it. I give myself the grace because I'm grateful to myself
Mhm.
that I allow myself time to go get a pedicure. I'm always cold, and to me, when they're massaging my feet in that hot water, there's nothing better. Taking time every day to take, for me, it's to take a walk, by the ocean, which is my vitamin C. And the old Sarah would have said, "Oh no, I got too much to do. I got to do this." I make time every day for that. I take a bath at night. I don't care if I have deals I need to be attending to. If I need to take a bath, I'm going to take a bath. Go to the concerts, do the
Let's talk
things.
about the concerts. We have got
Oh
to bring Dave Matthews into this. I mean, there's just no way. Talk about one thing that absolutely brings you joy in
yes,
life. Uh,
yeah.
Tell us about this. How many concerts have you been to, and why is he so
I've
important to you?
I've been to I just hit my 25th, and it's my slice of heaven when I am there with John by my side and I'm dancing nonstop and I'm listening to Dave and that band. I'll look at him with teary eyes and he just smiles because he knows how much joy it brings me. And when I was in my lowest of lows, I would always listen to Dave. He got me through the most painful spasms I've ever had. When I couldn't swallow, I would put those earbuds in and listen to Dave. So it's a layered appreciation for that music, and just we make it happen. If there's a show, John's like, "I don't care what we have, we're going," because he knows that makes my heart sing.
Mhm.
So I would just encourage all my friends, everyone listening, find one of
Find
the
your
one of
Dave.
his,
Find your Dave
yeah,
Matthews. Yes.
find yeah, one of my his favorite songs is a lyric is "Oh joy begin," and honestly, find what brings you that joy and be mindful of infusing it to you, because you deserve it. Um,
Favorite song?
oh, number 41. And I threatened to get a tattoo on my wrist so that every time I have to have an IV. And I always tell the nurses, I'm going to get a tattoo. And they ask, "Sarah, just do it. Just do it."
Just go
So
do it.
I'm going to do it at some point. But yeah.
Number 41. As we wrap up our show today and as we move into this holiday week and as we start to think about the holiday season, because it has arrived, what would you leave us with today?
I'm encouraging everyone to find what makes you happy and just go for it. Give it all you can, because the ripple effect back to you it's everlasting, and it will lift you up when those daily stressors hit you. So I would challenge people to find it, this year, find that joy.
find your joy, spend some time with yourself, and really think about it. And the other piece that I really think that you mentioned, Sarah, that is so valuable is the gift of being present. Be in the moment. If you are hosting this week and something burns, or if something just doesn't come together, or someone's late and it threw things off, find joy in it.
Yeah.
Give yourself some permission to offer grace
Yes.
and giggle and laugh, maybe perhaps,
Yeah.
when you're thinking about, oh, there's aunt so and so, and oh, she said
Yeah.
it again, I was waiting for it. There's a choice that we have, and we get to choose how we respond to everything. And Sarah, you are the shining, most wonderful example, for each of us, each and every one of us, as we move into this holiday week. We are so grateful for you. Everyone, enjoy your holiday week. Give thanks. If it's not exactly how you perfect it, let's try to find the joy in making it be a really good one. So, Sarah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, Mel.
So grateful for you.
Grateful for you.